It is an honor to have an opportunity to visit the Bulawayo Metropolitan Province once again in pursuit of the mandate bestowed upon my office by His Excellency. The President, Comrade Idi Mnangagwa. It is important from the onset to highlight that the mandate of my office is to provide advice and independent coverage of the status of project implementation countrywide. The mandate further entails conducting a systematic and autonomous assessment of the status of programs and projects being implemented by various ministries, departments, and agencies. The ultimate objective is to expedite project implementation for the accelerated attainment of Vision 2030. You will be aware that this is not my first time to visit this province in the fulfillment of my mandate. On previous similar occasions, I have had the honor to monitor some development projects covering different sectors, especially those focused on the resuscitation of industries in this previously renowned industrial hub. I recall visiting the National Railways of Zimbabwe, Cotton Pro Company, Bakers Inn, and the National Blankets, among others. Today's visit is to this company called GB Holdings, presents yet another opportunity to closely assess the impact of government initiatives to resuscitate and restore Bulawayo Metropolitan Province to its industrial hub status. Ladies and gentlemen, the Second Republic is pursuing National Development Strategy 1 objectives and outcomes aimed at anchoring the economy on optimal capacity utilization and bolstering productivity across sectors. This must thrust of government is to have a private sector-led economy which will lay a foundation for the achievement of Vision 2030. I would like to assure you that government will continue to provide an environment that is conducive for private sector-led businesses to flourish. It is therefore not a coincidence that my office identified GB Holdings as one of the companies to be on the itinerary during this series of visits. You will be aware that GB Holdings gained prominence for the production of conveyor belts during the pre- and the post-independence period. Its operations were, however, affected by the closure of industries because of various reasons, including the sanctions-induced economic hardships. In response, the government, through the Ministry of Industry and Commerce, has crafted strategies targeted at the revival of ailing industries. These include the promulgation of Statutory Instrument 126 of 2014, which prohibits the importation of locally available rubber products under the Open General Import License. The setting up of distressed companies or industries, marginalized areas, which is normally known as DMAF, and the material and industries retooling loan facility to financially assist distressed companies. Ladies and gentlemen, the global industry trends and patterns point to the fact that innovation and modernization are critical if companies are to remain competitive, and the GB Holdings is not an exception. I am informed that GB Holdings requires funding in the to the tune of $22 million United States dollars in order to modernize its plants, among other endeavors. I am happy to report that the company has already applied for a loan from the Matabeleland Industries retooling facility and is awaiting response. It is our expectation that the application will be successful and thereby pave way for a serious implementation of the retooling program. The intention of government is to strengthen our approach to industry operations so that companies like GB Holdings do not continue to lose market share, which might result in a closure of business. I am informed that my visit comes at a time when there is a profound decrease in manufacturing and in the local market share for GB Holdings. I have been briefed that GB Holdings has been confronted with numerous challenges despite the establishment, resuscitation, and expansion of mines across the country, which would have ordinarily required bells. The challenges include stiff competition from cheap imports and limited access to foreign currency to import raw materials. Ladies and gentlemen, government has been engaging various stakeholders with a view to establishing a playing field where local industry is protected and allowed to thrive. Through various initiatives, government is discouraging the importation of goods and products that can be manufactured locally and are available on the market. This is out of the realization that cheap imports will push local industries out of business and they have a negative effect on efforts to create jobs and grow our economy. We therefore need to find sustainable strategies and initiatives of supporting our own local industries, in line with the famous pronouncement by His Excellency that nyika inovakwa nevene vayo, ilizwe rakiwa navanikazi vayo.